to the person that, hey, no. If you really want answer from God, from the true and the positive God, the only answer you get, the evidential answer you get, it does fall from your lap. There won't be any dirty hands touching it. It won't come through the means of somebody walking into your house and say that. It will come through the very place that you were looking and making the request. If you are looking up and you are making the request, it will fall from up to you. It will not come from anywhere. But this is something it is not realistically applicable in everyday life. You will not pray that, God, I want to eat Chinese food today. Or let's say I want to eat fufu today. And then fufu will fall from heaven and fall on your lap, like the movies we watch on what do you call it? Sinbad the Sailor, the magician action where it falls. But that should have been the case. But if it comes through any man or any person, if you have the ability to find out how that person got that thing, and it is obvious how we get things, all the things that circulate around us come from one person to the other. The money that I may hold today has come through so many means that if I have a Christian faith or Islam or a Muslim faith or Buddhist faith, I have objected to those actions that those people took, that these things have passed through and ended up in my hand. The fact that I'm not aware of it does not mean that the money did not pass through those places. And so if I'm aware of it and I have this faith that I read about the Bible, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not do that, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not do that, I have all these things there. And through these means, I have got those things. Then it is for my own conscience sake. I'll have to, voluntarily say that, hey, I can't touch money. If you become religious, you probably don't even have to touch money or even touch. I don't know how you would live if you choose to become so religious, or because if you look at if you become so Islamic or you want to be a Christian, I don't think how you will live. You would then virtually have to, probably find a location in Mars or somewhere and live alone there. You have to. That is what get people. There are some people who, when they become religious, they decide to find some confined area, some isolation. They isolate themselves. It happens most of the time. We have so many instances of this nature. People drifting to another place to settle because they want to go out of the world. They can't take the world anymore. Money is evil to them, or money can be touched, or that person can, and you become so isolated. You keep yourself out of that situation. This is something which is happening. This is something which is real. I don't have to tell you. You can figure out yourself, But whatever we do, as I said, it says you can't even read the Quran and say you can't touch it. And I asked myself, I explained it. How is it going to be possible that I won't be able to touch this book? The person who even sold it is not even supposed to touch it. The person who is writing it probably is not even supposed to write it or to touch it. And it was written by the hands of man. So what is it there that should tell me that I shouldn't touch it? How should I believe such words, that God will utter such words that I shouldn't touch it? Would God be allow himself to be looked down that much, that he's not that wise or smart? No, I don't think so. But whatever it is that we believe, it must blend, it must have some unity with the faith that we sort of claim. Whatever you say, your faith must blend with something. You don't just say things and do something else, or say this and believe in something else. If we really want God, the Almighty God, I also believe that there is existence, the source of which we come from. That source by which we come from is either we believe is both negative and positive, and it is not just positive. But if we present that he's entirely positive, holy person, divine God, then the negativities that we have, or we sort of possess, or we sort of bring into his coffers should not be there. Because it's either we define him as being both or not both. That to what I know, saying God is holy and all that, we are defining him that he's very holy, and he's not. He has nothing to do with those things. But we also, through our books, through wherever, thanks to whoever present these books to us, we learn that he is not just, innocent of all these things that he is holy about. That he also engaged in it, but still he's holy. That's what we're supposed to accept. God does all those things, but he's holy. Or God does not. Which way are we going? We have to be very solid about it. Now, if you get this basis of understanding, you first do not become guilty. No person can make you feel guilty about your life. That does not mean that you have the right to sort of feel as if you are on top of everything, so you sort of do it beyond. If you do things beyond what you are supposed to do, what your strength can carry, you are not destroying anybody. You're destroying yourself. There's common sense. You know by yourself. Too much of everything is necessary. It's bad. If what you can take is what you do, you don't go beyond that. The human body has got limits, and you don't need a third person or second person to tell you that, If you're waiting for laws to tell you what to go, what to do, then this is what we are talking about. Then you are bound to have some shadows all over your head, your shoulders, telling you that you don't feel comfortable. And that is also what will bring the provoking, attitude that develops in you. That will also bring that the provoking attitude that comes towards you. That will bring the rivalry. That will bring the sort of the fighting and the arguments and whatever that comes between us in our lives, because the things that we have believed in has generated these things. Nothing else. When you were born, you didn't come with anything. You met everything here. The clothes you wear, the food you eat, everything you met right here. Even in the belly, whatever you were taking in, were all from right here. Before you grow a bit, and then you be born out, and you still meet the same thing, but in a different environment, and you sort of continue with it. It's the same thing. We are bound to see that the curses of life are not coming from anywhere. We curse and judge ourselves every day. The hatred and resentment that comes within us are not from any other place, but from what we have generated ourselves to be through the culture and the religion that we may believe. Every individual have got his own link by which he fall under. So it is very important to be careful on who you are linking up with, or who you are. That is what makes us more aware and conscious. And according to the Bible, we were not supposed to even have that consciousness to that extent, because you live free life. You don't even think some devil is there, some evil is there, until we went wrong, and then we begin to feel that there is evil and all that. So one has to guide himself, not just in a physical sense, but spiritually in every sense. Guide yourself from the evil that surrounds you, that may happen to you or something. And you try your best to have roof over your head for all that reasons. Oh, that person, maybe he might do something evil to me. And always your awareness is on all those grounds. You are even aware of your body, your skin, the very skin that you have, that it is necessary to keep it from the other eyes. Because what will that person see if he sees you in that sort of form, or that texture of your skin? What would they see? Or what would they think? It may be very nice, it may be good, but there is always something about you that you feel that you have to be aware of. And that awareness, according to the Christian presentation, is what is becoming a problem. And indeed, it is a problem in our natural life, even if the Bible didn't say that. We are aware of ourselves, and we keep ourselves in that path. And the awareness is undeniable. It's not something that is hidden. It's clear to us, And because we are aware of ourselves, because we are aware of everything that we had to do, our decisions are based on these things also. Individual, groups, institutions, people then have to